So let's talk about AMD's Ryzen Threadripper processors first, since that's likely something that you all want to know about a bit more before I get too far into these motherboards. These processors are made to go head-to-head against Intel's upcoming Skylake X CPUs in the high-end desktop space. It's called Threadripper for a reason, since processors based around this version of the Zen architecture will have up to 16 cores and 32 threads. A chip with those type of specs will take a massive amount of space on any board, and that's why the socket is so massive. I mean, look at it. It's almost a quarter of the size of an ITX board. Threadripper targets the ultra-premium desktop market, so it won't come cheap.
Our Computex trip is brought to you by PHANTEKS, Cooler Master, and MSI.
Now the first board here is the X399 Professional Gaming, and it has a ton of features. What we can see is, like Intel's X99 and upcoming X299 platforms, Ryzen Threadripper will use quad-channel DDR4 memory, and ASRock has prepared their board for exactly that. There's also 4 16X PCIe 3.0 slots that support 4-way SLI and Crossfire, but we're not quite sure about what format that'll be. But without a doubt, this board will be able to run in dual 16X mode. There are also 3 Ultra M.2 slots, each of which have access to 4 PCIe lanes. Of course, such a large CPU requires a lot of power, so ASRock has even installed a second 4-pin power header next to the memory modules. As for other features, there's a U.2 connector for fast enterprise class SSDs, front panel USB 3.1 Gen 2, a Creative Sound Blaster audio system, and a few more interesting items that are being kept under wraps for the time being. Moving on to the X399 Taichi, and other than a few slight heatsink changes, it has the same basic setup as the Professional with a few minor changes. There's 4 PCIe 3.0 16X slots, 3 M.2 slots with NVMe compatibility, and almost the same secondary storage system startup, as well as a U.2 connector and 8 SATA ports. Right now, both of these motherboards are very much in their preliminary stages, as ASRock's X399 lineup will of course expand before AMD launches Threadripper in the coming months. We'll make sure to keep you updated about that. So that wraps up our quick coverage of the ASRock X399 motherboards here at Computex. Make sure you stay tuned for more videos. I'm Ebro with Canucks. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.